about antenatal assessment and thromboprophylaxis. Now we know that the risk of thrombosis is maximum in the postnatal period. So postnatal assessment is very crucial in the management of patients who are at risk for venous thromboembolism. So again here we have the red zone, that is the high risk or the red zone, intermediate risk or the orange zone, and then we have the blue and the green charts. Okay, so we'll start with the high risk zone. Now to remember the high risk, why the high risk zone is important, because those patients who fall into this category will require at least 6 weeks of thromboprophylaxis. 6 weeks, which is quite a good time. So, which are those patients that will require 6 weeks of thromboprophylaxis after delivery? Okay. Now, to remember this box, we have a beautiful mnemonic. Now, this is the mnemonic. It is very easy and simple to remember. First is if the patient has a history of venous thromboembolism. This again is a very important point both for antenatal and postnatal prophylaxis. So history repeats itself. History is very important. No matter what you do, you can't get away with the history. So history of venous thromboembolism is the first point. Now if you can see this beautiful pregnant lady, oh my god, she was on injections. So any lady who was requiring antenatal thromboprophylaxis definitely will also require thromboprophylaxis in the postnatal period. So if she was antenatally on treatment on thromboprophylaxis with LMWH, then she will require postnatal thromboprophylaxis for 6 weeks. Next we have, now you can see these few people, they are doing some risky things. They are standing on a rope and what all. Now this girl, she's at a higher height, isn't it? That means her risky job is high risk. And this lady, she is a little scared one, so she is doing low risk stuff, but she is requiring her family support. She is not that strong. So this lady, high risk lady, she stands alone. So high risk thrombophilias, asymptomatic high risk thrombophilias will require postnatal thromboprophylaxis for 6 weeks, but the low risk thrombophilias will require thromboprophylaxis in the postnatal period only if they have a family history. Okay, so low risk thrombophilias with family history, high risk thrombophilias. The high risk girl, you see, she stands alone at a higher height and doing the risky things, but this lady, she is at a lower height but she is a little scared, so she is the low risk thrombophilia along with her family history. This is all that we have to remember in the red zone for patients that will require thromboprophylaxis in the postnatal period for 6 weeks.